Hey there, my name is Braedon Kruse. I'm with Sooner Marketing Solutions. I'm sitting here with Justin Gorski, right? Gorski,
Yep.
with the Tulsa Drillers. He's the assistant manager there. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Braden. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to go through a little bit about what the Tulsa Drillers has to offer with small businesses and in the community, what the life is like at Tulsa Drillers and things like that. So give me a quick introduction.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Yeah, it's crazy now we're talking. We're only 50 days from opening day, which is crazy to believe. The weather's turning great, and April 9th, the Drillers are back in town and we start our season. So we're excited to be here. It's that time of year. Spring is in the air. Spring training starting, and it's a perfect time for us to chat.
Oh yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to come see some of those games. So.
Yeah, we got a lot of things rocking and rolling, and I can't wait to talk to and show Tulsa the new things that we've been doing this off season. They're going to be in for a treat this year. I'm excited.
What are you most excited about?
Oof.
Is there anything that's coming up to where you're like, man, is there anything yet?
Yes, there is something, and I can't give it away yet. I'm going to tease it a little bit, but it's something that's going to bring the fan into the game a lot more. And we're finalizing some details right now, and we're working on something, but it's going to be one of the first teams in all of minor league baseball to do this, and all professional baseball as well. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay, I'll have to be there.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay, so we've looked through the slide deck here, and where's the Drillers Stadium located?
Yep, we are downtown. It's 201 North Elgin Avenue. We are right in the Greenwood District, the historic Greenwood District, and we have been down there I've just finished actually my 14th season. So we've been down there since 2010. That's when I came down with the Drillers. I was an intern at the time, and we've been down there ever since, and it's amazing to see the downtown revitalization with, One Oak Field and the BOK Center and all the things that are happening down there, and it's been so fun to be a part of that.
And there's a lot of new hotels opened up. And shopping centers over there, too.
Yeah.
Vast Bank is right there, too.
Yeah, hotels, restaurants, breweries, little shops. I mean, you name it. Going in the historic Greenwood District, there's so many shops in there and places to eat, and I've probably eaten at way too many of them, to be honest with you. They're so good. But it's the place to be. It's so much fun. And, when I first got down here, it was kind of a ghost town, like Friday at 5:00 would show up, and you'd be like, I can't even
Talking about like downtown
in general.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even get a beer. And now it's 24/7. There's people everywhere, and apartments and places to stay, and it's just the place to be, and I love it.
And the Drillers really focuses on a family-friendly atmosphere.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So you've got like the what is that outfield part called? With
Yeah.
Like
So we have the Ferguson Kia lawn out there, which is just the general mission lawn. And, the thing that we pride ourselves on, Braden, is being a real affordable place for people to come out and enjoy themselves. Our tickets start at just $8.
Wow.
On Tuesday night, they start at $2. To get in and enjoy it. So we have the Ferguson Kia lawn out there. We got the TD Williamson splash zone for the kiddos to run around, Hornsby's hangout, all the fun things for them to enjoy.
Those kids love Hornsby.
Yeah, he is an icon. He's an absolute icon, and he just celebrated, I think it's been 25 or 26 years now that Hornsby's been around, so he's a Tulsa staple, that's for sure.
Dang. All right, awesome. So I've got our slide deck here where we can go through some of the Drillers marketing information, some of those options and things like that. So let's dive in.
Perfect, love
Okay,
it.
cool. So first and foremost, a little bit about the Drillers. We kind of talked about the location. Now, there's some reference to the LA Dodgers.
Yes. We are the AA affiliate of the world famous, probably one of the biggest sports franchises in all of the world, the Los Angeles Dodgers. So how minor league baseball works is there's 4 levels before you get to the major league.
Okay.
And we are the AA level. So it's basically the 3rd level up. So there's low A, there's high A, AA where we are, and then AAA was actually the Oklahoma City team. And then once you get past there, you go to the Dodgers. Now, you don't have to go through all those steps to get there, but we really see it as we get young, talented guys, and they go and play in one of the biggest stages in all of professional baseball and in the World Series and the playoffs and all that. And, 3 of our guys right now that were with us last year, Bobby Miller, Emmett Sheehan, and James Outman, are on the roster to start with the Dodgers this year, plus many, many more. But so it's a place for people to see these guys in Tulsa, up close, in person, get autographs, get selfies, and then go see them on the biggest stage.
When do you think we're gonna get NFL?
Oof, I don't know. I think we got a little while for that.
Yeah, well, at least Oklahoma's taking the step up to get into the NBA.
Yes, definitely.
So,
and we love the Thunder. Those guys are great. We work with them all the time. We do an annual Thunder Night at the ballpark, where they bring out
Oh,
Rumble
really?
and the cheerleaders and their storm chasers, and
Okay.
we have a great relationship with them. So we love the Thunder; they're fantastic.
That's awesome. And so, was it in 2023 there was the highest record for attendance?
Yes. So we, not the highest ever, but we were the highest in the Texas League. So of all 10 teams in the Texas League, we had the highest attendance for the first time in many, many, many years. So we had such a tremendous year last year. We had over 356,000 people come to ball games. So basically our season runs from April through September. And we have 69 home games at One Oak Field. So a lot of opportunities for people to come out and enjoy us, and a lot of opportunities for partners to get their name out there in front of these fans for 2.5, 3 hours a night. We average right around 5,200 fans a game that come out, and Tulsa supports us very, very strongly, and we couldn't be prouder.
That's amazing. So continue on some more of the sports attendance and comparison, and of course, this is just to kind of shed light on how the Drillers has really grown over a decade.
Yep.
Right. In comparison, so with over 356,000 attendees, how does that kind of compare to some of the other teams? Do we want to touch base on that at all?
Yeah, I mean, again, we love every team in town. We play nice with everyone. The Oilers, both hockey and football.
The Oilers has grown too. They have their new ice rink that they're practicing at.
They're doing a great job. The Wee Street Ice Center is going to be a great piece for our community. FC Tulsa is doing a great job.
Yep.
TU Athletics, OUR Athletics. So this is not to downplay what anyone is doing there. It's just to show a comparison of the people in town and how we compare attendance-wise.
Gotcha. Now, what kind of fan demographic are we talking about? Who attends the Drillers games and stuff?
It's such a variety, right? And honestly, we really vary from night to night. There's certain nights where, our night of discounts on $2 Tuesday, where it's $2 tickets, $2 concession items, we're seeing a different demographic than probably our Friday and Saturday nights. But we do skew a little bit higher on the income of the families that come out to us. It's typically people that own their own households, that have a couple kids, that are coming out to enjoy it. Our real three big demographics that we kind of focus on is families with young kids, that they're 3 to 12 years old, so that we can help to build those kids and make them lifelong Drillers fans, right? And the parents are looking for something to do, a safe and affordable place. They get to do that, and then we really have the empty nesters as well. So the people that have a little more of the disposable income, that are looking for something to do with their friends or when their grandkids are in town, and then really the corporate side as well. We do a ton of corporate business, from season memberships to hospitality to being our partners there. So a lot of those are kind of the three big that we focus on.
Those suites are top tier class. Those are
they are
nice.
fun. But you can't go wrong in the suites there.
Yeah. Now we have Broken Arrows #1, South Tulsa #2, and we're talking about serving the greater Tulsa area and attendance by zip code.
Yep.
How accurate do you feel like this is?
Very much so. Yeah, we take this data is basically from all the people that purchase tickets from us, from memberships to single game tickets, and we take all that data and kind of collaborate that together to give us our zip codes. And you can kind of see between a 20 and 30 mile radius, that's where really our fans are coming from. So yes, we do have the people from downtown that are coming and midtown there, but it's really expanded more to, like you said, the Broken Arrows, the South Tulsa, Owasso, and it's even growing out all the way out to Bixby a little bit more that way too. So it's fun to see all the people that come in, and we get people I meet on a nightly basis that are like, hey, we drove an hour here to the game tonight.
It's funny, if we look at the majority of this is from South Tulsa, Broken Arrow, Bixby. That's where you don't have anyone really, for the most part, in downtown in that little square box, buying tickets. But that's good. So that also applies to that kind of demographic and where those people are located. So if I was a business wanting to serve more in these areas, this would be a no-brainer demographic for me.
Yep.
Right.
And I think it's as more and more apartments become available in downtown, I think we will see that skew a little bit more. I still think we will, the younger demographic that's down there that wants to work and play and enjoy life right in the area. And I can see that growing as, more and more places become downtown, but definitely, the outside areas where they're growing in South Tulsa and Broken Arrow, and, we're seeing a lot of people coming from those places.
How do you guys make a difference in the community? I know you feel strongly about
Definitely.
being involved in the community. I know
Yep.
the Drillers does as well.
Yep.
What are some things you guys do?
Yeah, being a New Yorker myself, I've been down here for 14 years now.
Where'd you live in New York?
I'm from Syracuse originally, kind of central New York.
I think we talked about
Yeah,
this.
central New York area. And I moved down here after college, and I like to say I'm a Tulsan now. I think I've been here for 14 years, so I've kind of grown in this place, and I love it here. And everyone's like, "Aren't you going to get out of here?" And
Yeah.
I don't want to, And in our industry and sports, a lot of people hop around, and our staff. There's a lot of people that have been there for a lot of years because of things like this, because of our community. And I think that is, I've got to know so many great people, and some of the programs we have here, and I've been able to kind of help build some of these programs together and see them from fruition. They've just come such a long way. Some of them on there, Williams is a great partner of ours. And I work with a bunch of people over there, and we kind of made this program. We called it our Make a Difference Wednesdays, that we bring out families and children that otherwise may not be able to come out to a game. So Williams kind of helps to offset this. We have a couple of our partners in there, and basically we give them tickets and a meal, and they can come out and enjoy the game. So the YMCA's, children from North Tulsa, the Laura Dester shelters, the places in town that, again, these, big brothers, big sisters that otherwise may not be able to afford to come out. We bring them out there, and we give them a meal and a ticket, and we make the entire experience around them. So when we're throwing T-shirts or when Hornsby's out there, we're focusing in these areas that these kids and families are, and just to see their faces light up.
That's so impactful.
That's what it's all about.
That's
It's so much fun, and we're so proud to be a small part of that. And we just announced the other day we're doing a scholarship again this year. We've started this last year with our foundation. We give away $2,000 per year for a baseball and softball player for their entire college career. So we had 2 kids for the first time ever last year. And as long as they keep good grades and be good community stewards and, get out there and play ball, whether it's baseball and softball, we're going to help to support their college careers too.
I love that. Drillers has a pretty big reach.
Yeah.
Right? So we're talking about 83,000 plus fans just on Facebook alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just on Facebook.
And then about 40,000 on Twitter, 33,000 plus on Instagram, and 12,000 on TikTok, which is a fairly new platform.
Yeah.
So that's good to see you guys are growing on that.
We're trying.
As well. Yeah. And then on email database, we're looking at 79,000 over you're almost right there at 1 million website visitors, which that's huge. Is there anything in particular that we need to emphasize on this?
Well, I think it just shows our reach outside of the ballpark. We are known for our attendance, and the 356,000 people that are coming to the ballparks is great, and we love that, and that's great for our partners. But we can really make this a 12-month platform for us too, because we do have that outside reach, because people are paying attention to us throughout, and I'm sure we'll talk about some things later. But so it expands that reach from just between the walls of One Oak Field, and we're very proud of that. I think social is one of the number one marketing ways now, and we're finding ways to organically build in partners with that. I'm a very big proponent of wanting things to seem organic as you're doing them and not forced.
Yeah.
So I think partnerships go a long way when you do that.
Well, that's good to know that if I'm wanting to get involved as a business, that it's not just there's my logo and the only people that are going to experience my brand is that logo that's out on the field or whatever that experience looks like, but it's beyond that.
Yes, definitely.
So that's cool. So there's some digital aspects to it.
Yep.
Awarded by the people of Tulsa. There's some cool things on here. So best pro sports team.
Yeah.
That one peaked out.
Yeah, these are these feel good to us, right? This just reiterates what we're doing, and the amount of passion that we have for this and supporting the community. And people show up and they show out, and they we're very proud of this. And one of the to me, the best family entertainment, I think that goes such a long way.
I second that.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I mean. That's to me that
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Yes, we love being the favorite local sports team. That stuff's very, very important there. But I want a place where if where people are bringing out kids or clients or family members or whatever it may be, that you feel safe there. You're going out and you feel you work hard for your money, right?
That.
You want to make sure it's good there.
And there's plenty of reviews and things like that we can look up on Google and Facebook and Yelp and things. Minor league baseball. It's hot right now.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. It's grown so much as an entity, right? There's 120 minor league baseball teams that make up this whole collaborative there. And when you put that against some of the other sports, you got 30 NBA teams or the MLB, whatever it may be, we're seeing that it's growing as a property there, and sponsors want to be aligned with it because it's affordable, because we are family entertainment, and because people are coming out and a lot. So it's just something to show that off there.
And out of all the professional sports that are available, we're just glancing at the top 8. There's probably professional napping in sports, right? But
I think I can be pretty good at that. Yeah.
yeah. So we're looking at like the minor league baseball top 3 or top 4, right?
Yeah.
And that's in comparison NCAA and NFL and NBA. That's amazing.
It is.
Awesome.
And
cool.
it's fine. It's awesome to be a part of this now. And it's, people are really seeing minor league baseball for what it is. And again, like I said, people are working so hard for their money these days, and they want a place to come out and relax and enjoy themselves. And this one kind of hits right there too with family entertainment. It's very, very important to us.
Baseball always seems like a big family. Back on that, and we'll get off that train here soon. But the family train, baseball seems to be huge around that. Like you can't. It's really difficult to take kids to a football game and be like, sit and watch.
Yep.
But baseball seems a lot like sit, watch, go eat. Okay, come back, sit. Okay, go play. Come back, sit. Do this. Okay,
Yep.
And there seems like it's okay to do that, and it's not like. I took my son to a football game and he loved it. First OU game.
Nice.
And that was I think last fall. He loved it, but it wasn't as much as like we can get out of our seats, because if you're familiar with the OU stadium and stadiums like that,
not a lot of
you fit
moving around.
80,000 people in
Yeah.
there. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
we got to wait till the halftime and then we can go. And even then, it's like it's hard to maneuver and stuff. And so I know when I'm at the Drillers, I can get in and out of my seat easily.
Yep.
I can go and experience something else. If I need a break, if I need to take the kids and do something, because again, it's hard to get those young kids under 15 to sit.
Yes,
watch a game.
absolutely.
So
And baseball is a social game, right? Baseball is you don't need to watch every single pitch in order to know what's happening. So that's the best part about it. And I think that
True.
plays to your point there, is like, you don't need to be eyes on the field the entire time. You can get up and walk around, and you can go get a hot dog, and the game's on the TV right in front of you there. Or once you hear the crack of the bat or the crowd roar, you can turn around and you can see the replay, right? You can see all that there. And then we built the stadium specifically for that, where at any time you could see the field wherever you are, so that you can get up and go walk around and go check out the bar areas or the the playgrounds or whatever it may be, so that you can do that. So I think baseball is such a social game, and I love it.
So let's talk about some of the features that we've got. My favorite one is next, but this premium digital feature.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little about that. We'll dive into some more of
Yep.
the aspects of advertising and sponsorships
Yep.
and getting involved with Drillers and what that looks like.
Absolutely. So the big thing about us is we have such a wide variety, right? We have a little bit of everything for everyone. So how we really do things, we love to customize, just like what you guys do, Braedon, over here. You guys really customize based on what the client is interested in, right? We try to sit down and figure out what your goals are, what your needs are, and how can we help you achieve those goals. And digital right now is such a big piece, because you can change what that looks like, what the colors are. Hey, if you want to run something for a month and then you're like, you know what, now I need to try to hire some more people because my business is booming, we can help you do that. So this premium digital right here, this is basically logo presence on the main video board, as well as we have a big 450-foot video board that goes along the suite level seating below there. So you can see that where the US Cellular is right up there as well. So this really gives, so it kind of ties in. It runs basically 30 seconds at a time, and it just rotates all night long. So when your logo's up on the main video board, you get that logo presence up on that suite level board as well. And that just continues all night long to, again, get that consistent message out there for
With
you.
some of these video board, this premium digital feature placements, can some of those be graphic elements that are moving, like in an MP4 file or something, to where it's like, I don't know, something swooshes in and the logo animates and text comes out?
It depends on when it
static,
is.
or-
Yeah, it depends on when it is. So these run during the game. Anytime the game is played, it has to be static.
Oh, fair enough.
So if we're in between innings, or we're pregame, or during a pitching change, or when play is stopped, that's when the motion comes into play.
Okay.
So we do have some elements that the motion comes into play there, or hey, a double is hit, and then we run that instant replay afterwards. We can have motion there while they're getting ready. So anytime that it play is happening, it's got to be static there.
Okay. Now the strikeout meter,
Yep.
I think that's cool.
It-
That was one of my favorite things when we talked about this. I was like, okay, tell me about that. How does that work?
Yeah, this is honestly, I think this is the best digital piece of inventory that we have. You know, now the game is changing where pitchers are really dominating the game, and every time the Drillers strike out a batter, your logo's going up there. And we are counting it up to whatever that number may be, whether it's 8, whether it's 10, whatever that is. So every time a Drillers pitcher strikes out a batter, it's going to fly up there. You can see Zaxby's was one of our partners there for a few years, and it flashes up there. It counts how many we're doing. And then when we get to whatever that goal is, whether it's 8, whether it's 10, whether it's 12, whatever that may be, we can activate.
And this is an added benefit to this spot, because it's not just a logo placement, it's a little bit more interactive. And so it's something to where people are anticipating it. When they see a strikeout happen, they're learning to notice every time that happens, and subconsciously they're recognizing that logo at the same time.
Definitely. Yeah. Right. And then it comes with the, at the end there, one of the best parts about it, not only is that branding, but then we could trigger that, and then there's a coupon aspect to it. So it's great for a QSR. It's great for a small business. It's great for some things where you want to get mass amounts of tickets in there, mass amounts of coupons into people's hands. So every single night, our full-time staff is at the gates thanking people for coming out. And if that strikeout meter hits, boom, we're out there passing out. When Zaxby's, we were giving out chicken sandwiches to every single person that was leaving there, right? And whenever someone goes to Zaxby's, you're not just getting one chicken sandwich. You're getting a fry. You're getting a drink. You're getting something for the kids. So that grows that exponentially thing there.
Well, I'm going to go back to that. I'll stand behind that, too. There was a couple of years back where McDonald's hired us to do a street team activation for 6 weeks. They handed us 20,000 coupons and 30,000 napkins to hand out during that time frame. And that was between some of the Arvest Winterfest stuff to the Tulsa Parade and whatever other activities are going on during that time frame. And you're right. Like you'll have some people that will walk in, get their freebie, and leave. Mm-hmm. Eventually, they will come back sooner or later because they're like, "That was good."
I like that. That was really
I do like that. I'm gonna go back and I'm getting me and my friend one.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, they'll get their freebie, but then they'll bring their friend with them, or they'll add a side item, or they'll get something else and take home with them. There's something more to it than just here's our freebies, and how are we getting our return on that? In a business aspect, it's like that's going to close the gap.
Yep.
You're gonna have some of your freebie people, but the rest of it is going to be beneficial. In that McDonald's situation, it rose their sales the following quarter by 6.34%.
Wow.
What I remember.
Wow.
From
That's
the
huge.
coupon card efforts.
Yeah. Wow.
They track those.
It's something about having a physical coupon in your hand, right? And you throw it in your glove box, and you're like driving around. You're like, oh, I'm hungry. Oh, actually, I got that coupon. Oh, I'm gonna go grab that. I'm gonna go get that plus X, Y, and Z else.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way. So definitely.
And you can always put on expiration dates or be like, hey, only good after this game.
Exactly.
So you can get a rush of customers after the
right
game
in
or
there
something, or the
afterwards.
next day,
Yep.
right? So, some outfield billboards. These, I believe you said these were hot.
These are. And actually, since the last time we talked, Braedon, I only have one billboard left.
Uh-oh.
So
For the season?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we are, which is great. It's a great problem to have.
Oh,
We just, the Life Share one that we showed right there, that one just went. So we have this half one, and then we have one more left there just next to that. The Blue Moon one is gone. So the one next to that, the Dodgers one, is available there. But really the best piece of this is it's up there the entire year.
You said the Life Share one is gone?
Life Share one is gone.
Someone had that year before last. I can't remember who it was, but it was red and white. I don't know if you had any sponsors of red and white, but it was whoever advertised there. I remember it was something impactful. It may click here soon. If it does, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But I remember
like
that
it.
spot because that was one of my most favorite advertised spots. It's huge.
Yes.
And you can see it from a pretty good area of the field, outside the field.
Right below the video board where everyone's looking there. And again, that's the best part of all these pieces there is it's up there the entire time. Whether you're looking for it or not, whether, when a ball's hit to that area, whether you're looking at the downtown skyline, whether you're checking out the video board, these are in the back at all times.
When it's captured on photography or on film,
Yep.
and it's posted to social or put on the website or put on news outlets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So these are the pieces that, and you'll see there's such a wide variety of companies. Everyone's like, oh my God, I can't be up there. There's Budweiser and there's Bank of Oklahoma. No, these are affordable too. And when you really look at it, when you're talking about a 12-month investment there, obviously we play for 6 months, but then all the extra events that we do out there at One Oak Field, from the concerts and the festivals and the Heart Walk and the Day of the Dead Festival and the Beer Fest and all these things, you're getting presents there as well. So that
Okay,
goes a long
very
way.
nice, very nice. So, did you sell the club seating?
We did
naming
not.
rights?
Nope, that one's still there right now.
But
So
this is a thing,
this is a thing.
and
Yes.
that's just like a 12-month thing. So,
Yes.
like, you could have first right of refusal sort of thing set up going
Absolutely.
for them, and then they could lose it, and someone else could come in.
Yeah, so how we typically do our naming rights deals are on a multi-year deals.
Okay.
And these are some of the biggest pieces of inventory that we have here. And
It's
this
not
one,
cheap doing all this.
It is not cheap, but it's worth the value, right? Because you get a little bit of everything. So these packages are built not only to have signage in the area and name recognition, but anytime we're talking about the club seats, it could be, you know, the Sooner Marketing Solutions club seats.
Right.
And every piece of inventory that I have, you know, we have 200 plus club seats in there. Every single ticket's going to have your name on there every single time. There's going to be signage around it. You're going to have radio. You're going to have print. You're going to be on all the stadium signage. You're going to be on the website. So all of these naming rights packages are such a big collaborative that, and they're wow factors, right? So that like I said, the Ferguson Key Lawn earlier, right? Every time I refer to that is the Ferguson Key Lawn. When our fans get to know that, they're going to start thinking about that, you know, just in the back of their mind. They're not even going to know, right? It's the Tulsa World Entrance. It's the whatever else it may be. And those things just keep rolling and rolling as you're going there. And these really make an impact. And we're seeing, you know, this one, we're building with the partner. So there's an opportunity we've never done the club seats before, and we want to jazz these things up. These are the high-end seats with in-seat service. They're padded seats. You get access up to the Cadillac Club, all these great things. And it's a great opportunity for a partner to get in there and have an opportunity to talk to a lot of these people, too.
So naming rights elements to this would be similar to like the Expo Center, how it's changed. It used to be Quick Trip.
Yes.
And, you know, different brands do that every 2 to 3 years. It just kind of depends on how long they renew, how long those terms are for. But or the Wee Street Ice Center, that was a naming right thing. Yeah.
Yep. Just a big BOK Center, One Oak Field, all these things there. Again,
BOK Center's not like BOK spent a lot of money to build that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's worth it, right? I mean, because you don't call it anything else.
Yeah, it's
the BOK Center.
Yeah.
No one even knows it as anything else.
It's not like the center of Tulsa.
Exactly. Hey, that arena downtown. No, it's the BOK Center.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of these things come into play when you're talking naming rights deals. Is they go such a long way because that's just how people talk, right? It's the Cadillac Club up at One Oak Field. I don't even think twice about it. It's not just the club on the suite level up there. It's the Cadillac Club every single time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we got some Play Kid sponsorship.
Yes.
Play Ball Kid sponsorship. What is that?
Yeah, so again, one of the best things that we do that I love to do is get creative, right? Come up with something different, unique. We can do the traditional. We can do like we talked about, some digital. We talked about some signage there. This one, to me, is more about the experience. It's more about the feeling, getting your brand into something that is a feel-good moment, right? So there's some old pictures there of me being on the field with some kiddos, but this is right before the game starts, and basically we bring a kid or a family down onto the field. They get to hang out with Hornsby down there. They get to see the players, and they get to stand with us for the national anthem. And then right before the game starts, you're down there with little Johnny or little Susie, and you're like, all right, Susie, how do we get the game started? What do we say? And they're like, play ball! And the crowd just erupts, and your logo's on the video board, and if we want to give, a coupon back to them or a coupon for their section or whatever it may be, it's just a feel-good moment. And to tie your brand into something like that, it goes a long way.
I love that. Again, going back to that family aspect of the core one of those core values of the Drillers. Let's talk about some of the social shots of the game in a digital photo booth. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this one's a little bit of an opportunity to get kind of inside the stadium plus outside. So basically, this one we run during the game, and you've seen it at a bunch of major league ballparks or big league events. But basically, this one is if you get on social media and you do hashtag Drillville during the game, you could see your photo up on the video board later on. And it could be brought to you by what you can see. Vast Bank was our partner there for a little bit, and we show them in stadium during that. And it's the Vast Bank social shots, and you talk about that the entire game. And again, that repetition there, and then we've added this extra piece to it. We have a digital photo booth in the stadium now. So we would brand this photo booth. All the photos would have your logo on there that people can basically text themselves, and we can capture that data, and then we can share that with our partners there. But then also, they're putting that on social media for you, right? So if I'm texting you a picture of, right here, you're talking about for the fireworks with the Drillers, they're going to take that photo and they're going to share that on their social media.
The Noodlers.
Or Noodlers there with Busch Light, right? So you're going to take that and you're going to share that on your social media. And again, it's expanding that reach outside of the ballpark there.
So did you say there's a lead generating aspect to the photo booth?
Yes.
And it's a little bit less of a photo booth and more of like a photo photography stand
Correct.
system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen some weddings do that
Yep.
too, or some
Yep.
other events
Exactly.
where they take that. So that's really cool. So that's something that that's one element that you could sponsor.
Yeah, that's one part of it basically. So we grab that data and we can share that with our people there.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Okay. What's the Oklahoma Legends race? This looks epic.
Yeah, this one is this is one of those ideas that again, sitting around and having a couple beers, that we came up with this idea there that we're like, you know what, we love these mascot races, and we've had a bunch throughout the years, and you see them all over the, the racing sausages there, and then the the presidents, and all these things, and we're like, you know what, Oklahoma is known for so many amazing people. Right, from Blake Shelton and Toby Keith and Carrie Underwood and Billy Sims and Chuck Norris and Mickey Mantle and all these. We're like, what if we took 3 or 4 of these iconic characters and made a mascot race? Like you can see, like Nashville's there. Like we would take them and make them cartoonized, basically, and have them do funny things. Can you imagine like Chuck Norris out there with nunchucks running around each night, and then it's a skit, and they're running on the field, and your company's logo is on the back of them, and they're up on the video board. And if we want a coupon with it, we could do that. So there's so many things that we could do to be a part of that. But that's just one of those fun ideas that we're like, you know what? There's something here. We can grow this thing.
I like to emphasize to a lot of the businesses that I talk to about opportunities like working with the Drillers is I'm like, you got to think outside of the box. And that's not necessarily your job to do that as a business owner. That is our job to be like, let's learn a little bit about you. Let's get creative. Let's come up with something that's more than just, again, put your logo somewhere. While some of those can be great, but the interactive elements, something like this where, somehow, or the strikeout meter, right? Then tickets are involved or coupons are involved or something to where it's engaged with the audience. Makes it more memorable and more impactful, and it's not just again a logo place. Because I think a lot of times I don't know if you can tell me otherwise. Sometimes when I have conversations, they're like, "Well, is it just logos putting up here?" And I'm like, "No, much more.
We can do that, but I can make it a much different than that."
And objective is a big important conversation too. So if it's like, listen, we don't really care about leads right now. We just need to make sure we have some great brand presence because we're going to be building up our brand for some new promotions coming out next year or whatever it is, then fine. Those branding elements are great, but if you need some, I need some lead generating elements. I want some more engaging and interactive elements. I need some more hospitality, elements in part of my package. Like there's more to it than just, I guess, a logo. Right?
1,000%. And I think that's my favorite part of the job. Right. I love sitting down, even just like this, like when we first got together, it was sitting down, having a cup of coffee together. And hey, we're talking about your clients. What what are some of the issues or what are some of the goals that they have for this upcoming year? And then how can we customize and come up with something fun with that?
Yeah.
I think that to me, and I'm in that boat too, right? I buy advertising for the Drillers. I'm our VP of marketing there too. So I'm out there. I buy billboards. I'm buying, social ads. I'm buying, TV spots. I'm a part of all that as well. So I completely understand that. And I think that's what helps me in my role here is I can help speak to the client that way too, because I'm in your shoes. I know there's a lot of options out there, and I think it goes a long way because I feel those pains and frustrations sometimes because you're like, there is so much. Okay, well, let's narrow that down a little bit. And, we get that a lot. I get someone that'll reach out and be like, hey, I want to do some marketing with the Drillers. Can you send me a deck? A deck of what?
A deck of what?
Yeah. I have an entire Bible of books of all these things that we can do.
And if you've been to the Drillers, you've already kind of know.
But that's the fun part, right? Is it like, okay, let's take those. Okay, what have you seen at the game? Oh, you're like, oh, I love the outdoor billboard there. Or, hey, I saw the games you guys did on the field. I loved that. Or I loved how Hornsby was doing this. And then we can kind of start narrowing those things down and taking those goals. Like you said, do you want lead generation? Are you looking to hire? Or what's those goals? And we can help to build something around that. And, I think just the few conversations that we have, I think we can get really creative and come up with some really fun things. And that's what it's all about. It's coming up with that fun stuff.
Now you have fireworks or giveaway sponsorship ideas.
Yeah. So these are kind of the one-offs. So we've talked about a bunch of things that are kind of season long. Okay. So we get a lot of partners that take bits and pieces of all these different elements here where they will, they'll do something digital for the entire season, or a billboard, or a memorable type thing, but then they want one big night where they bring out their company for a big picnic, or they want to showcase some of the things that they're doing, so they'll sponsor like a fireworks show. Our fireworks shows are our biggest nights of the year. We are about to announce that we are having 24 fireworks shows in 2024, which is the most we've ever had.
That's a lot.
Which is awesome. Yeah, it is. Our grounds crew and our cleaning people are not very happy about it.
Right.
But you know what? It's for the fans. That's why we do it. So that's the fun
for the
stuff.
kids.
Yes, exactly. It's for the kids. So sponsoring those, or a giveaway item where you can see like the jerseys here with, the logos on what we're doing there, it really gives you an opportunity to own the night. So you could do a little bit of everything. All the
What's the jersey thing?
So we give away jerseys sometimes. We give away hats. We give away all sorts of stuff. So
Is that like Drillers material?
Yep.
Like, is it co-branded?
it's co-branded. Yep. So you'll see a kind of pop up there. Like we did a T-Town Clowns. We were doing like our Negro League tribute there. And Tulsa Recycles was a sponsor on the sleeve. So we gave away 1,500 jerseys to the first 1,500 fans that come in, and then Tulsa Recycles logos on the sleeve. So it's not just a one night.
And again, it's not just, your logo's placed here, or it's not just, one activity, one event thing. And I love elements that are like that, because that carries on for years.
Yep.
You know how many times that the person, sometimes people will frame those things.
Yes, absolutely.
They'll hang them up, and a lot of times they'll continually, hey, I'm gonna make sure I wear this at every single game because I love this hat, this hoodie, this jacket, whatever it is.
It's so funny to me. Again, I've been doing it for a long time now, that I'll see something come back in the ballpark. I'm like, because again, I have to make the promotions back in the day, and it's like, oh, what year did we make that? That was way back when. Oh, that jersey that's a really old one. When did we make that? Or, wow, that hat still looks really good 10 years later. Like, that's the stuff that, again, just brings that brand outside of that ballpark. And again, part of our partnerships is we take care of all that. So you're like, hey, we want to do a hat night that keeps showing up on this deck here that we're showing there. Like, we design the hat. We work with the supplier. That hat right there, that's awesome looking golf hat. That's kind of in style now. And your logo on the side there where that scratched golf is, we take care of all that. You just show up the night of, and you can activate. You can have a booth space. You can put banners up. You can run commercials. Your president can
bring employees.
Your president throw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to honor your employee of the year on the stadium in front of 8,000 people? What a cool experience that is. So that's the fun stuff that we get to do.
That's awesome. The Enter to Win platform, this is a lead generating element.
This is a big lead generating, and kind of what I talked about earlier a little bit. This piece here is really expanding outside of our ballpark there. So that, again, that digital element that we talked about, from our social reach to our email to our texting, we invested in this during the pandemic, basically, and this was an opportunity for us to be able to give our partners an opportunity to be involved with the Drillers for 12 months. So they can go through the entire year and be involved. And basically, we call these our Blitz campaigns, where we run 7-day Enter to Win campaigns, and we give away awesome prizes. That's really what the gist of it is, and we gathered tangible leads for our clients there, and some great results throughout the years.
Do you have any numbers on what you've done in the past? Is there anything?
Roll the next one there.
Okay. So like here, we have the Enter to Win 50-inch 4K Smart TV by Pillow Windows and Doors.
Yep.
So they click on the link and sign up. Enter to Win, complete 7 days. Okay. They received over 3,000 entries in a week, 7 days.
So these were 3 different campaigns. So they had about 1,000 entries for each one of the campaigns.
Okay.
So about that's what we typically average between 50 we do about 900 to 1,500 entries, and it's free for people to sign up. All they have to do is give their information, sign up, and then boom, you're good to go. And once you sign up for the first time, you can log right back in, and you're good to go.
And 1,300 people joined the email list.
Yep.
900 said they were going to remodel their home in the next 6 to 12 months, which is really important information. If you're going to get leads, you're going to want to have more than just be like, hi, I got your number.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, how was the Drillers game? Did you have a good time out there? Well, awesome. Hey, I really hope you win that TV. And I have here that you're supposed to remodel your house in the next 6 to 12 months. Let me, whatever that next step is. Hey, let me make sure I get you a quote. Or can I send you some information so when you're ready to make that decision,
Definitely.
Give me a call. And they had 699 of those to do.
They told me that an average buy for them was between $10,000 and $15,000. And they had 700 leads.
Even if they did 10%.
You sell one of those, right? You sell one of those, and it works. So, to me, this platform, and we can customize these questions to basically anything we want. So we've done it from insurance agencies. We've done it for car dealerships. We've done it from, a sporting goods store. We've done it for all these different things, and you can customize the questions, and we'll help you with that to figure out what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking to buy a car in the next 1 to 6 months? How about 6 to 12 months? Okay, maybe we'll keep you in the back pipeline there. And this stuff is so valuable, and it's a way to have tangible leads for your sales staff.
This is where marketing has to be able to connect the dots in a business sense. And again, you let me know if you agree or disagree on this. You'll have conversations, and they're like, well, impressions are great. And a lot of people in our space, in marketing and advertising space, or just sponsoring in general or whatever, they're big on the numbers. Look at the number of impressions. Look at the number of people reached. But when you have some data like this, to where it's like leads generated, and if we, the price is this for that pack, for that whatever it is. So let's say it's $5,000 or something. I don't know. And for Pella, if they have, what was the value of a customer?
They said between $10,000 and $20,000.
So they spent $5,000. Let's say in theory to do this, let's say they closed one customer at $10,000, and let's say their profit margins are at the end of the day 40%. They broke even, in essence,
For one customer.
for one customer. And you can't tell me that out of 700 leads that they didn't close more than one.
If your salespeople can't close more than one of 700, you probably need some new salespeople.
It's not marketing.
Exactly. It's not marketing's problem anymore. That's going to be it.
Yeah. And I have to always have that continual conversations where it's like, okay, at what point in the process did it stop working? Like I can brand you all day long. I can put your name out there. I can send people to your website. I can generate these leads, but it's your job to take care of the rest.
Yep.
And I can't control that. I can do in my aspect, I can do certain things to maybe assist some of the salespeople with like help making sure they've got the right materials.
Yep.
Designing and putting that together, making sure the messaging's right, and then letting the salespeople take on the rest of it. But outside of that, like I can't always close them. My job is maybe schedule an appointment.
Yep.
Do that on the website. Now it's a sales guy's job.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people just get excited about the creativity and the numbers.
Yeah, numbers are great, right? And you want but again, it's what's your goal, right? Is the brand recognition the goal? Then great. We want to get that brand out there as much as we can, and I want to get you millions and millions of impressions. But if we want to sell products, if we want to do whatever, okay, how can we give you the tangible leads to be able to do that? So again, it's all depending on what you really want there. Is it just about being a community piece, right? There's companies out there that sales leads and it's not that important to them. It's about being a good proponent of the community. It's about supporting the quality of life in Tulsa. It's about those things. And then other ones, they want to sell some stuff. And I get it.
Yeah. So there's some other cool stuff here too. Like you guys did the Cub Cadet, walk behind mower, enter to win there. We kind of already talked about how it works. So like you'll do some emails or what you guys have in your own text.
Yep.
Database,
We have our own text. Yep.
Do some Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter posts. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter post on your social platforms. And that's how you're kind of going to drive some of that traffic to that landing page to enter to win. Gotcha. All right, the big one, presenting partner. Do you have one?
We don't. We are still we're in talks with quite a few companies right now. This is one of the best pieces that we have, to be honest with you, because it gives you, again, that year-long presence, but it's also category exclusivity. So if I sell to a car dealership, no other car dealerships are getting leads.
Is that different than the naming rights that we talked about earlier? The what was it called? It's part of the concourse.
The club seats there? So that'd be something different. Yes. So we do sell stadium exclusive partnerships. That is like, hey, we used to have US Cellular, for example. They were the exclusive wireless provider of the Tulsa Drillers. We do have a couple deals like that. But this would not be part of that. We could talk further if people want to do something like that, but this is for this platform only. If we sell a car dealership, if we sell a insurance company, if it's a roofing company, whatever it may be, if we get one of those as our presenting partner of this platform, we will not sell to anyone else.
Is this one of the few elements that are strictly exclusive?
Yes.
Outside of that, you can do exclusive elements.
Yes.
But by standard, they're not.
Correct.
But this is the one that is fixed. It has to be.
Has to be. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because we don't want, if I'm selling that to Ford, that's on that example there, right? I don't want Chevy to come in there afterwards and want the same leads. If I'm giving car leads to both of them at the same time, that's not fair to any partner. And again, we want to be we are a good proponent, we are a good person to partner with, and we want to make sure that we're doing right by all of our partners.
So is this just digital? Is this only digital?
No, it gives you in-stadium presence as well.
Okay.
So we're going to run a campaign that'll run in-stadium, so it'll give you some presence there, through different emails, all that platform there too. So it's a wide variety that'll be included in this.
Gotcha. Okay. Skip through additional opportunities.
Yeah, like I said,
Print, radio.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We do broadcast all of our games.
Hornsby goes out in the community.
Hornsby goes out in the community. We got a little bit of everything. So again, it just depends on. I wanted to show people that we have a little bit of everything there.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything that you think that we've missed or that we need to cover?
No, the biggest thing for me is I love talking to people and finding out more about their companies, but also letting them know that when they see the Drillers and they see. They think we're a really, really big entity, and we are, but we're also very, very close to the community, and we want it to be for everyone to be involved. I think that is very important from, the biggest companies in town, from the oil and gas and that kind of stuff, all the way down to a small business that maybe has one shop or just does something online. We have a little bit for everyone. And I think that's really, really important that we have those conversations, and we want to work with everyone, and we see the importance of that. So I think that goes a long way. I have one of my clients that I've had forever. His name's Chris Middlebrook. He's a BAM Entertainment. He's a face painter and balloon artist, and he does stuff with us, right?
That's cool.
And he's my guy, and I've got to know him forever. And then we have, the bigger companies. So I think it's a little bit of everything. And, I think we always talk about it, and we call it partnerships because it is a partnership, and we want to work together with people to help them grow their business. And I want to get to know you, and I want to get to know your family, and then we make that introduction to the rest of our partners, where I want, our whatever company to work with something else. If they have a truck fleet, I want them to work with my guys over at Safelight. If they do whatever it may be, we want to make those connections there, and we do events like that too, so that people get to know each other, and then they can have those relationships too, so that they can eventually do business together too. So I think that stuff goes a long way.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, if you're interested in working with the Drillers, you can contact me.
Yep.
And get a hold of you. Start the conversation. There's no obligation to just have that call. Just sit down, have the cup of coffee, whatever it is.
Yep.
Explore some ideas. There's plenty of opportunities available, and there's a couple that are limited. They're going to sell out quick. So like those outfield banners, right?
Yeah.
One
left.
One left for this season. Who knows for next year? They may all keep them for next year.
Yep.
You do a first right of refusal for most of these
We
elements?
do. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, we don't take anything away. We want to make sure that everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
So
if I wanted to work with the Drillers, when is my deadline?
there's not really a deadline. We do go all the way. We sell into the season too. But now's the time, right? Now is like I said, we're 50 days away from opening day. So April 9th is our home opener. So the next few weeks is really when we want to be having those conversations and getting things going. And like I said, the weather's turning and people are getting excited for baseball, and it's almost that time. So we'd love to have some conversations, even talk to you and I, and we'll go walk around the ballpark together, and we'll do that. Use us. That's okay. Come out and have some fun and enjoy it there, give you a little behind the scenes tour, and we'll do it that way.
Me and my team can help come up with some of the creative elements as well. So make sure that gets done. Or if there's some activation space, I love doing activations. I've got some brand ambassadors. I got a list of BAs that I can contact and be like, hey, you're a great fit for this. Here's a one sheet and a T-shirt. Let's get you trained up, and you need to be out here at the Drillers game for this heating and cooling company or whatever it is.
Love it.
So
it goes a long way. Getting in front of people and being in front of them in their space goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, thank you for having this conversation with me. And if you guys have any other questions, you can contact me. My name is Braedon Kruse. I'm with Sooner Marketing Solutions, and this is Justin Gorski with the Tulsa Drillers. And we'll talk to you guys hopefully here in the next 2 weeks and get something started.
Appreciate it. Great time.